Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Learn English. I'm your host, Karen.
And I'm Philip. It's great to be here with all of you today.
Today, we're going to tackle a topic that is fundamental to any conversation: greetings. How we say hello can set the tone for an entire interaction, so it's a really important skill to master.
Exactly. It's the first thing you say. And in English, there are so many different ways to greet someone. It can be a little confusing to know which one to use and when.
Right. So we're going to break it all down, from the very formal to the super casual. Let's start with the basics, the formal greetings. These are the greetings you'd use in professional situations, with people you don't know, or with older people to show respect.
Okay, so like a job interview, meeting your partner's parents for the first time, or even just speaking to a receptionist at a doctor's office.
Perfect examples. The most classic and universal greeting is, of course, hello. You can't go wrong with hello.
Hello.
That's a great point. Then we have greetings based on the time of day. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. These are also very polite and safe to use in almost any formal setting.
Right. Good morning is for any time before noon or 12 p.m. Good afternoon is from noon until about 5 or 6 p.m. And good evening is for any time after that.
Exactly. A common point of confusion for learners is good night. It sounds like a greeting, but it's actually something we say when we're leaving or going to bed. We'll touch on that more in our common mistakes section.
That's a great point. So you arrive at a restaurant at 7 p.m. and say good evening, but when you leave, you say good night.
You got it. Now, after these initial greetings, it's very common to ask, "How are you?" In a formal context, the expected answer is generally positive and brief.
You wouldn't launch into a story about your bad day.
No, definitely not. A typical response would be, "I'm very well, thank you, and you?" Or, "I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?"
It's polite to return the question. It shows you're interested in the other person, even if it's just a formality.
Right, and one more super formal one you might hear, though it's a bit old-fashioned, is "How do you do?" The traditional response is simply to repeat it back. How do you do? It's not really a question, more of a formality you might see in very old movies or a very formal diplomatic setting.
Yeah, you probably won't use that one every day, but it's good to recognize if you hear it. Don't start telling them how you're doing.
Okay, so that covers the formal side. Let's move on to the fun stuff: informal greetings. This is how you'll talk with friends, family, and colleagues you know well.
This is where English gets really colorful. Instead of hello, the most common greetings are probably hi or hey.
Hi and hey, simple, friendly, and used all the time. But what about the questions that follow? Instead of "How are you?" what might we hear, Philip?
Oh, there are so many options. You'll hear, how's it going? What's up? What's new? Or how are things?
And the responses to these are also much more varied and casual. For "How's it going?" what are some common replies?
Good, pretty good, or not bad. A really common and natural sounding one is can't complain. It means things are generally okay.
I use that one a lot. "Hey Karen, how's it going?" Can't complain. It's friendly and positive without being overly enthusiastic.
Another one is hanging in there. This one implies that maybe things are a bit difficult or stressful, but you're managing. It's a bit more honest without being too negative.
Right. Now let's talk about what's up. This one is very common, especially in American English, and it can be a real trap for learners.
Oh, definitely. We need a whole section on traps.
Welcome to our segment on greeting traps to avoid. Mistake number 1, answering "What's up?" with a long, detailed story.
Right. What's up is often not a literal question. It's more like another way of saying hi. The most common response is not much or nothing much. And then you return the question, what's up with you? Or just you.
Exactly. It's a quick exchange. Hey, what's up? Not much, you? It's like a verbal handshake. If the person wants to know more, they'll ask a more specific question.
Okay, greeting trap number 2. The how are you overshare.
Yes, this happens when a cashier or a barista asks, "Hi, how are you?" And the learner gives a very long, honest answer about their terrible morning.
Yeah, in that context, how are you is a polite formula. The expected answer is something short and positive, like, good, thanks, how are you? Or, I'm great, thanks. They don't actually need to know about the traffic jam you were stuck in.
Exactly. Save the real, detailed answer for when a close friend asks, "Hey, how are you really doing?" You'll hear the difference in their tone of voice.
Good point. Okay, trap number 3, which you mentioned earlier, confusing good evening and good night.
Yes, to reiterate, good evening is a greeting. You say it when you arrive somewhere in the evening. Good night is a farewell. You say it when you are leaving that place or going to bed.
You'll never arrive at a party at 9 p.m. and say, good night, everyone. They'll think you're about to fall asleep on their couch.
Exactly. So those are some big traps to watch out for.
Now, something that's just as important as the words you choose is how you say them. Your tone of voice and body language can completely change the meaning of a greeting.
Oh, absolutely. Think about the word hey. If I say it with a smile and a rising intonation like, hey, it sounds friendly and welcoming.
Right, but if I say it with a sharp, falling tone, hey, it sounds aggressive, like I'm trying to stop someone or get their attention angrily.
The difference is huge. A warm tone and a smile can make even a simple hello feel incredibly welcoming. And eye contact is key. Looking someone in the eye when you greet them shows that you are engaged and sincere.
And then there's the physical aspect. In most professional settings in English-speaking countries, a firm, brief handshake is the standard when meeting someone. Not too hard, not too soft.
Yes, the dead fish handshake is not a good first impression. For friends, it's totally different. You might wave from across the street, give a high five, or even a hug if you're close. A simple nod is also a very common low-key greeting between people who see each other often, like colleagues in the hallway.
It's all about observing what others are doing and matching their level of formality.
That's a great transition into our next topic, regional variations, because greetings aren't the same everywhere in the English-speaking world.
Not at all. Let's travel to the UK first. If you're in Britain, you will almost certainly be greeted with, all right, or you all right, mate?
All right is not a question about your health or well-being. It just means hello.
Exactly. The correct response is not to list your problems. You just say, yeah, all right, or all right, you, back to them. It's the British version of what's up.
Right. And you'll also hear cheers used a lot, not just for a toast, but as thank you, and even sometimes a casual goodbye.
Now let's fly over to Australia. What's the classic Aussie greeting?
It has to be, "G'day, mate." It's a stereotype, but it is genuinely used. It's short for good day.
And you'll also hear, how you going? Which is just a faster way of saying, how are you going? The response is similar to how's it going? Good, mate. You?
And even within the United States, there are regionalisms. In the South or parts of the West, you might hear howdy.
Which is a shortened form of how do you do, but it's used very informally. And in some urban areas, especially among younger people, you might hear a very short yo.
The key is, if you hear a greeting you don't recognize, just listen to how others respond. You'll pick it up quickly. Don't feel pressured to use them yourself until you're comfortable. A simple hi or hello works everywhere.
Okay, I think it's time to put all this theory into practice. Let's do some role-playing.
I love this part. Okay, scenario 1. Philip is a new employee and I am his boss, meeting him for the first time on his first day.
Got it. I'll walk into your office.
Come in. Ah, you must be Philip. Good morning. It's a pleasure to finally meet you in person. I'm Karen.
Good morning, Karen. It's wonderful to meet you too. I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm very excited to be starting today.
See, very formal, polite, and professional. Perfect.
All right, scenario 2. Now we're close friends who just ran into each other at the supermarket.
Okay, I'll start. Philip, hey, what's up? I haven't seen you in ages.
Karen, hey! Not much, just getting some groceries. It's been forever. How have you been? You look great.
Totally different vibe, right? Much more energy, much more casual. Okay, let's do one more. This one is a bit trickier.
Okay, I'm ready. What have you got?
And what about Australia? I've heard they have some unique ones.
They certainly do. G'day is the classic, of course, short for good day, and a very common question is, how you going? Again, to an American ear, that might sound like you're asking about their method of travel, but it just means, how are you?
So a good response would be something like, good, thanks, or not too bad.
Precisely. It's all about tuning your ear to the local rhythm of the language. It shows you've made an effort to understand the culture, which people always appreciate.
And this idea of context extends beyond face-to-face conversations. In today's world, we also need to think about how we greet people in writing, like in emails or text messages.
Oh, that's a fantastic idea. Like in the UK, you might hear all right or you all right as a common greeting. For an American, that doesn't sound like you're asking if something is wrong.
Ooh, I'm ready.
We're at a casual party hosted by a mutual friend. I know you, but you don't know my partner, who is standing next to me. I'm going to introduce you.
Okay, so I'm greeting you, someone I know, and also a stranger all at once.
Exactly. Here we go. Philip, hey! So glad you could make it.
Karen, hey, how's it going? This is a great party.
It's going great. Hey, I want you to meet my partner, Alex. Alex, this is my friend from work, Philip.
Hey, Alex, it's great to meet you. Philip.
Hi, Philip. Really nice to meet you, too. Karen's told me a lot about you.
See how the greeting there was a nice mix? I started casual with you. Hey, how's it going? But when introduced to a stranger, it became a slightly more formal, hey, Alex, it's great to meet you, with a handshake.
That's a perfect example of adjusting your greeting to the person and the situation in real time.
Well, that was a deep dive into the world of English greetings.
It really was. I think the key takeaways for our listeners are to first, identify the context. Is it formal or informal? Second, listen and observe how native speakers are greeting each other.
And third, don't forget your tone and body language. A smile goes a long way. And if you're ever in doubt, a simple, friendly hello is always a safe and wonderful choice.
Definitely. So for your homework this week, try to use one new greeting you learned today. Notice how the person responds. It's all about practice.
That's all the time we have for today. We hope this episode was helpful for all of you.
Thanks so much for tuning in to Let's Learn English. Join us next time when we'll be talking about the other side of the coin, how to say goodbye.
Until then, take care, everyone.
Bye.